Hello and welcome back to Fallout 4. My blind playthrough of this game has had many ups and downs. I'm not sure what this one is, but the Brotherhood is gone in the Commonwealth. We've destroyed them. I don't know, man. It was fun. It was a hell of an experience to do what we did, but I feel like it came at a great cost. We killed like a lot of well, not necessarily innocent people, but we killed a lot of people we considered good, like Dan's, like the engineer, like you know, well, a lot of people that were part of it. Maxon at the end of the day was the face of the Brotherhood. You know, it wasn't too hard to fight him, but fighting everyone else, that was rough, man. Am I able to really go in here? Holy shit. Let's do this in first person. Oh, I remember walking through this. Yeah, this right here, and then if I come out here... Oh! I don't think I can go in there. What about this way? I feel like there's like a... No, yeah, look, there's a barrier where I'm not allowed to go. I'm not allowed to go in there. I had to have a quick explore. I wonder if that's going to be permanently burning then. Maybe. The airport's now gone. Right, well, it's time for us to visit Sean, which doesn't look like it's gonna go down too well, I'll be honest. Okay, let's do that. I'd like to cover a couple things about the factions before we end up, you know, going and seeing Sean. As he's probably based on the picture, probably not doing too well right now. I mean, come on. But yeah, basically I want to talk about some things to do with the factions. Now, I've had a lot of reactions to the choices I've made in this playthrough, and some of them have really irked me. So I wanted to just do this final little discussion before we go there about the factions. So we have the Brotherhood, right? They're good and bad, right? They have some good ideals. They want powerful technology not to be in the wrong hands. They don't want people to harness the power for the wrong reasons, right? They want technology to be in their hands and used in the way they want. Which isn't necessarily always the right way, for sure, definitely not always the right way, especially because they use it to pretty much powerhouse everyone. You saw in New Vegas, a lot of the Brotherhood's ideals are ultimately, we are the strongest because we have the best technology, you can't beat us, you can't fight us. And that's like not great, is it? It's like a tunnel vision sort of view on the world, just focused on technology, and it's also taking away the potential of great things with technology away from others. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean the Institute is like this wonderful thing. No, the Institute are terrible to a robot. I once walked past, off camera, a scientist doing some experiments on a third-generation synth. That third-generation synth is basically bionically made, so it does feel pain. It does have its own like feelings and thoughts, right? But it just wants to serve, and it just follows the orders given to it. So this doctor guy, scientist, he was doing something, and he was saying something along the lines of, now I want you to report to me how much pain you feel, and how, you know, the process of your survival based on me putting this in you goes. I want you to document everything. This horrible, painful, life-threatening experience, I want you to document it for me, please. And the reaction to the robot was like, is it going to hurt bad? And then he's like, that's your job to tell me. And then the robot was like, oh, okay, I hope I can be useful to you, sort of in a sad way, right? That's fucked up. They are ultimately, right there, abusing this creation. They've created something that has feelings, that has its own thoughts, and they are basically torturing it for the sake of science and learning. Obviously, that's a great thing. They've made something that they can mass produce and will greatly like with the experiments they do, will greatly expand their knowledge on countless things: biology, what heals, what hurts, etc. You know, they are going to go very far with something as simple as that little interaction, right? But they're gonna fucking destroy so many people, as if you call them people, these third generation Sims. They're gonna basically, their lives are hell. Their lives are hell. And that's why the railroads exist. So the railroad are there to save those poor robots, these third generation Sims, from that horrible fate. Institute are doing something that is good, technically, for the progression of the future and for the world, right? And for their understanding of the world, but at a great cost that's really fucked up. Then you got the railroad who are like, we want to save these Sims, they want to have their own life. That's it, that's pretty much all I got from the railroad. And then you got the Brotherhood who are like, technology is ours, you follow our rules, or we fight you. Basically, they want to be the good guys, and to be fair, they are, in many ways, the good guys, right? You know, they're looking after the world and trying to keep the big bads, like some of the horrible things the Institute are doing, from being able to destroy the world. They don't want power in anyone else's hands because they don't trust anyone else with that power. I totally understand that. But that doesn't necessarily mean the Brotherhood is always going to be able to be trusted with that power. For sure not. For example, some super mutants, the first generation super mutants, they're like sane. They're like the successful experiment. They'd kill all of them. You have ghouls. Many ghouls are completely normal, innocent people. They've just been irradiated and now are malformed. Sure, there's feral ghouls who have completely lost their mind, but they're very different to sane ghouls. Sane ghouls are just people, and they would kill them all. And then you have the Sims, the third generation Sims, who have their own feelings and thoughts. The ones that escape the Institute have their own lives. They're not doing harm to anyone unless they choose to follow a life that ultimately harms people, right? It's just like freeing a person into the world. They might do good, they might do bad. You don't really know. But the point is, there are many innocent third generation Sims. The Brotherhood would kill them all. So there's some really obvious things with the Brotherhood that are terrible, right? There's some really obvious things with the Institute that are terrible, and there's some, well, not much to say about the Railroad. They're just like, they're just trying to help some Sims and nobody else. That's it. That's all they're doing. And for me, let's do a finalization on the factions. The Railroad are like innocent. In my opinion, with what I did with the Railroad, if I was given a choice, I would have just like talked to them, talked them down. Maybe we could have worked with the Institute. At the end of the day, with the path that I'm taking with this playthrough, I'm going to be the leader of the Institute, and I basically get to decide in this fictional world where it actually lets you, I get to decide what the Institute's going to do. They're going to have a positive, powerful impact on the world, and I'm going to stop them. If I was in control, I'm going to stop them treating third generation Sims the way they do. If we can maybe use the technology that we have and the ideas that we have with the robots to continuously experiment, improve, and understand the world, sure, awesome. But the way they're going about it right now is really fucked up because they're just torturing third generation Sims. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Then you got the Brotherhood. For me, fighting them wasn't that hard because it was like, the Brotherhood, they're like trying to destroy super mutants, ghouls, Sims, in an all too sort of crazy, flat-out way where they just kill everyone because they don't like them, which is why I compare them to Nazis every now and then, because they just want to kill all the people who don't follow their ideals. It's kind of, there are similarities there. But unfortunately, what I do have to say right now is, this is a video game. And many of you fucking forgot that somehow. Now, the majority of you, you're fine, whatever. But I had a lot of comments. Remember on the Railroad episode where I had to finish the Railroad? Basically, it's a video game, guys. You forgot that somehow. To progress the story and finish this playthrough, I had to kill the Railroad. I had to kill them. Otherwise, the playthrough would have just stopped at that episode. Would that have been a good way to end a playthrough? No, of course not. And I want to know what happens in the story. Is bullshit that I had to kill them? I would have liked to have just talked to them, but that was the quest. The quest was kill the Railroad or don't progress the main storyline anymore. That's it. That's the end of the line right there. So obviously I had to do it. And I don't know if people picked up on it, but I didn't enjoy doing it. And I said that. Yet there are so many people who are like, Hollow, you're really fucked up. You do some really fucked. I don't agree with it. I'm stopping watching the playthrough. It's like, that is what Bethesda made me do. I have no choice in it. I didn't want to do it, but that's the story, so I had to follow the story. It's like, that was a ridiculous reaction I got. So, Railroad, I would keep them alive. Brotherhood, I'm happy to be on the Brotherhood side, and I'm happy to be against the Brotherhood for many different reasons. And same for the Institute. Happy to be with them, happy to be against them. End of the day, I picked the playthrough ending that is going to result in the best for the Commonwealth in the future, because we have the maximum potential right now to restore the world from its completely destroyed state. Look at that vault that they have down there. They have clean water, running water, fucking waterfalls and trees. They have functional, they've reproduced trees. Imagine we could put forests back on the land, breathe fresh, clean air into the world, remove radiation, restore the world. That is what I would do with the Institute, and that is why I've chosen the story that I have. That is the best ending that I could have picked. So let's find out, is that what I get to do?
Stories on the surface sure sounds scary.
Oh, it is. It is. It's time.
We are honored to welcome you here.
It's time for us to go see Sean. He wasn't feeling too well last time we saw him. And I'm assuming things have progressed or probably got worse, right? Oh yeah. Things ain't looking good. I think this is one for no power armor. Here we go. What nice bed, by the way. It looks like a coffin. Jesus.
Hello, Sean.
Ah, there you are. I've already heard the news. But of course you wouldn't be here if it weren't a success. I'm glad it worked, but I'm glad you're safe.
It was a hell of a cost.
At one hell of a cost.
They left us no choice. Remember that. There will always be difficult decisions to make. Allie has always been loyal to the Institute, and to me. You can rely on her for help. Once I'm gone, it's all up to you.
I'll do my best.
I know you will. Don't worry about me. You need to look ahead. Focus on the future. Our time together has been strange, hasn't it? I spent years wondering what you were like. Thinking about all we missed out on. I want you to know that I'm grateful for the time we've had.
I mean, I'm glad I found him. I'm glad I found him.
I'm glad I found you.
As am I. Thank you. Father, you've helped a boy achieve his dreams. I think I'd like to sleep now.
I've lost Sean. All over again. I close my eyes. I see my life before all of this. Before the bombs. Everything can change in an instant, and the future you plan for yourself shifts, whether or not you're ready. At some point, it happens to all of us. This wasn't the world I wanted, but it was the one I found myself in. The Commonwealth. My home. Ripped apart and put back together. I hoped I could find my family, cheat time, make us whole again. The way we were. But now I know. I know I can't go back. I know the world has changed. That the road ahead will be hard. This time, I'm ready. Because I know war. War never changes.
And well, Sean is gone. My ghoul lover, Hancock. He appears to be gone, but I'm sure he's still there. I've had a lot of fun playing Fallout. I've had a lot of fun. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the playthrough. I think this is probably one of the best, if not the best, stories of Fallout so far. Like, I've enjoyed this the most out of the Fallouts I've played in terms of story. I am very happy with the way this game turned out. And I am very interested to learn the other storylines and what would have happened, what could have happened if I'd sided with the other factions. All three others. Minutemen, Railroad, and of course Brotherhood. I think the first one I'm going to do is Brotherhood. Probably like a melee build or something, I don't know. We'll see. But for now, I hope you've enjoyed Fallout on my channel. Alright, dog meat. You look fucking cool as shit. Oh man, I think it's time we go out one last time on this character in his Vault 111 jumpsuit. Things are a little bit different since the last time we came out here. I've had a lot of fun. Thank you very much for watching my Fallout playthrough. I'm gonna look into the Bloodborne DLC next, of course. Hope you're excited. And I will see you guys next time.